Be a member of the week.
Joining me on the DolphinsTalk.com podcast is a diehard fan of the Miami Dolphins, Carlos Carpio, who also served over 22 years in the U.S. Navy. Carlos, how you doing today?
Doing well, Mike. How about yourself?
I am doing great. So let's learn a little bit about you here. How and when did you fall in love with the Miami Dolphins?
Well, it kind of goes back to the Joe Robbie days. I must have been probably elementary school or some, and ended up going there for an event. And with my dad, I enjoyed my time there, and then from there I was hooked. I was hooked from there ever since. So back
Awesome.
to the Joe Robbie days.
Awesome. And you served, and you look so young. That's why I was kind of taken aback. You served over 22 years in the U.S. Navy. You served, I can see from your submission here, in Iraq, Afghanistan, Guam, South Korea. Why the Navy? And tell me about some of the things you did serving our country.
Well, at the time, this was around 97. I went in, right after high school. The Navy just seemed, at the time for me, it just seemed like a good opportunity in terms of, technological advances at the time, just something I really wanted to be a part of. And ended up joining, like I said, right out of high school. As soon as I graduated, and my job, I kind of stumbled into the job I was doing, which was a helicopter search and rescue swimmer, and ended up being a blessing. I had the opportunity to save lives, to make a difference, and I found my calling. It was only supposed to be like a 4 or 5 year deal, and then 4 or 5 years turned into almost 23. So I really enjoyed it. It's one of those instances where you just kind of reflect. You're just like, wow, how many people get to do this? You know what I mean? And my office was essentially an aircraft, a helicopter. So, I mean, it was a beautiful thing to me. And, I hope I did a lot of good out there. So.
Yes, you did. And I know you were awarded with a Navy Air Medal, awarded from the President of the United States. That's awesome. And you also just from my notes here, you also were instrumental in the aerial medical transport of 14 critically injured patients in hostile areas during extreme and harsh conditions. What was it like receiving that award?
Well, it's one of those things, right? You just our community, we're very selfless, right? So we never expect anything in return, right? We're just doing the right thing, right? Just trying to save lives and just be in as many places as we can and reach as many people as we can. But it was great. It's always nice to be acknowledged for your hard work and your dedication. It's nice. Never expected, but it's always nice. So certainly appreciate it.
Yep. And now that you're retired, you still work with veterans as a mentor, and you're an advocate for active duty service members transitioning out of the military. What's it like helping out other service members?
Well, thanks for bringing that up, Mike. So it's wonderful. I think that's another calling of mine. I think throughout my time in the service, I always, took a lot of pride and satisfaction being able to impact somebody's life in a positive way, whether it be, in a mentorship role or just, maybe seeing some in them that they don't see in themselves. So it was very natural for me to kind of slide into that role as a mentor and volunteer, because it's tough, man. Just transitioning from the military into the real world, right? I mean, for a lot of us, like myself, that's all you've known for years and years, right? You've never interviewed, you've never done any of these things. You've never negotiated for salaries. All these things are brand new concepts. So just to have an opportunity to continue to help for service members, across the nation has been a blessing as well. So
Awesome.
Feel very fortunate to have that opportunity.
That's awesome, Carlos. And you sound like a great fan of the Miami Dolphins. We can't thank you enough for the service to our country. And with that said, Carlos, we got a little bit of exciting news for you. You are one of our winners who will be going to when the Miami Dolphins play the New York Jets on January the 8th at Hard Rock Stadium. So congratulations. You've won 2 tickets to the game. You've won a parking pass, $100, and some other bells and whistles that you'll be surprised with when you get there. Congratulations, Carlos.
Wow, thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate that. The Jets game, huh? That's going to be a great one.
The Jets game, yes.
Hopefully that's going to be the game that, where we secure a home field advantage for the playoffs.
Let's hope. Your lips to God's ears. But thank you again, Carlos, for your service to this country and how you're helping veterans today, even though you're out of the military. That's outstanding work you're doing. We can't thank you enough. And congratulations.
Thank you, brother. And for you and your rest of your team, just keep doing what you're doing. Love the podcast, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are always a professional on top of it. And we certainly appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Be a member